Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Bank Robber. I'm back. So, I told you I would update you guys on the market and what's actually going to happen. So, today I'm going to look at GJ and then look at the monthly. Look how last month's candle closed. As you see, we closed. It's healthy. It kind of rejected, but it's healthy because if you look, very strong bullish candle. Now, what can we expect for this month? We could obviously expect a pullback again now that we know that we have this monthly close, and then potentially a move up. Now, looking at the weekly candle, the weekly candle tapped right into 166, let's say flat, but it's 166.022, right? And then rejected, flipped bearish here for a bit, and then flipped right back to being bullish. Now, what I really want to pay attention to here for me is the daily, because if we get a daily close rejecting like this, then tomorrow we could potentially capitalize on the move with a bottom wick. If it wants to reject here, price action will tell you, I can't tell you, and then the wick to the upside, right? Potentially. That just depends on how this daily close. This daily needs to close rejecting. We can't get a daily close here and expect price to freaking fly up tomorrow. Doesn't work like that. No, because if the daily closes strong bearish today, potentially we're just going to get a wick up and continue to the downside to fill in and come into these areas on the daily. That's why going back to the weekly is rejecting very hard. I honestly don't believe that we're gonna flip and continue. It could happen. I just don't think it's going to, right? So I'm really focused on the daily that closes here in 3 hours. Now let's go to the 4 hour, and as you can see, GJ came into my zone, right? Now imagine this zone fails and we break. You could wait for a retest to continue lower. Or if you potentially want to take a sell opportunity, don't fall into this. Do not take this break and retest strategy. It's not going to work. You would want to look for a sell around this area. This whole area, you would want to look for a sell. There is a possibility that it comes down, but what's the possibility of 2 hours on the day left that this is going to engulf to the downside? Me personally, I'm in buys. All these white lines that you see are my entries. All right, I am looking for buys, and my TP is up here. All right, obviously I'm managing it how I want to. I'll make sure I don't lose. Put my stops at break even at a certain time. But if my buys fail and I get stopped out, which is fine, could happen. It's a probability game. Then I will still continue to look for buys down into these areas. Why this area? Well, it rejected once from here, and look what you got. You got a nice move up, right? If you want to draw your fib, I don't know. I love fibs. Some people are against them. I don't care. These are the wrong fibs as well, right? If you want to draw your fib, we are in the golden zone, 61.8. We rejected, and we had support there to the left. So those were my confirmations to actually pull the trigger and buy. Support to the left. Actually, if you look here, a break, retest, support, resistance, turn, support. Then we retest it again, and now we have a 4-hour bullish candle. So it's looking good. It is really going to depend on this 4-hour candle and the daily close. That's so important for my trade right now. Like I said, if we can't break above and we do end up coming down for the daily, then I will close these out fast and look for some buys down in this area. This whole area is actually valid for buys for me. Let's see, from like here to here. It's a big area, yes, but you can't just be like buy. No, you have to wait for the price action. You have to wait for the price action to form and print, and then you can get in. Right? So, with that being said, that is the breakdown on GJ. It's Wednesday today, middle of the week. I don't believe we're gonna come down any lower. I could be wrong. I just think we're gonna slowly graduate up, slowly but surely, and then next week, potentially give us a wick up or just break, because last month's candle was bullish. So if this is the monthly candle bottom wick, then we could potentially see this filling in the wick and go higher into the levels that I spoke about earlier. If not, it is what it is. You have to learn how to react, and that is it. So I told you guys what I'm looking for. Sells if we can't break here. Buys, obviously, in this area, for me, it's still valid. And if we end up breaking down and retesting here, I would love to buy again. So that was it. That was a quick, 5-minute video on an update on GJ. I'm not going to go to the other pairs, go through the other pairs, because I feel like it's going to confuse a lot of people. So I'm just going to stick to GJ. Unless you have a special request, then I can look at it Friday. So like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on Friday. Peace. Have a good night.